Okay, so you wanted to find out a little bit about Louisiana cuisine, huh? Well, okay, here it comes. Right now in the background is the Louisiana state capitol. You're looking at the Mississippi River also in the background, and we're looking at Mooneyes right here. What I'm wearing is my shirt for Mardi Gras. This is a typical Mardi Gras colors, and as they say in Louisiana, laissez le bon temps rouler, which means let the good times roll. And that's what we are doing right now, that we're just getting ready for Lent to start. But what we came to talk about is Mooneyes, so we'll go ahead and talk about it and give you a little bit of background and a little panoramic shot of the local area over here. We're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana right now. Okay, here's Mooneyes. There's not a whole lot that I can wind up doing about the shadows in the background, but anyhow, this is a 1993 dyno bicycle. They were manufactured on kind of a limited basis to the best of my knowledge, and I wound up with one and decided to make it unique. So as a result, I wound up taking and putting a Bike Bug engine on it. Sears was the person that distributed the Bike Bug engines. It has 1.1 horsepower, and it'll push this little bicycle along at 18 miles an hour. Some of the features of it are that it has a headlight on it. It also has a speedometer on it. It has a horn on it, and it also right here, here's something you can see that there's a knob right there, and what that relates to is it goes back here to a 3-speed internal hub that's on the back of it, so you have 3 speeds that you can pedal a bicycle on. That also, there's some other unique features. Some of the things that didn't come with it were right in the center of the bars right here. It says just chilling out, or just out cruising is what it says, and that is something that was added. If you'll note right close there, the little bracket that holds that's something that's one-off billet made. Also down here at the bottom, it came with a 1-piece crank on it, and I decided that I would like to have a 3-piece crank. So I had a friend of mine machine me the pieces to wind up putting the axle in it, and I was able to wind up getting me a 3-piece crank on it as a result. And the rest of the Mooneyes bike will turn around and go toward the front of it. You can see the headlight. You can wind up seeing the point at which it engages into the front wheel on it. That's what makes it run. And here's the engage mechanism. When you take that arm and move it up, it engages that wheel up on the front wheel of the bike, and that's what makes it start. Here's the other side of it, and there's some other unique things about it. The crank on this side of it is not what wound up coming with it. It's a one-off item that was created by myself for the bike. Other than that, that's about it. How far it'll go on a tank of gas, I've never really found out, and I really don't want to find out. But now then, we're going to get away from the bike a little bit. We'll give you a panoramic shot of the area, and then I'll ride around a little bit. Okay, now we're back up on top of the levee. We're on top of the levee that holds back the Mississippi River, and we're in a community called Port Allen's, directly across the river from Baton Rouge, and we're going to give you a little panoramic shot. There's a little gazebo that's up on top of the levee up here, and if you'll notice, one of the tugboats is right out there. That in the background you can see some smokestacks. That's indicative of the fact that there's some industry up there, and Exxon refinery is up there. If you pan a little bit further, you can wind up seeing that there's a boat across there. That's a casino. That's a gambling casino. The name of it is the Rouge, and it does quite a business for the people that own the Rouge, by the way. And if you go a little bit further, we can pan around and we can wind up catching a shot of the state capitol. The state capitol is quite a landmark. It's the tallest building in the state of Louisiana, and if you go a little bit further, you can wind up catching a little bit of the skyline and a little bit of downtown Baton Rouge. Also straight ahead, you can see the steeple from St. Joseph's Cathedral here, and as we pan around a little bit more, that if you'll notice on the other side of the river, there's a lot of barges. There's a good bit of barge traffic that travels up and down the river right here. That if you continue to pan around, we will look and find another gambling casino that is a little bit further down river, and this is the I-10 Interstate I-10 Mississippi River Bridge that goes into Baton Rouge, and it goes all the way out west. So it is a very, very busy bridge, and it is quite congested as far as traffic is concerned. But anyhow, this is what the top of the levee looks like from Port Allen.
The bike is also good for turning. It makes really sharp turns. Also, another thing we forgot to mention is the USS Kidd, which is a battleship that was included in World War II, and it's now banked across the river. So how you engage it is pulling the lever while you're riding to start the motor. Like we said, the top speed is about 18 miles an hour, but we couldn't get that fast on the levee. There were too many obstacles in the way.
And by the way, I want y'all to know that the videographer for this award-winning video is none other than Philip Hunt, who is my across-the-street neighbor, and I'm very appreciative of his help for this. Better known as The End.